So now we have to suppose that the country experiences a technological setback. So the growth rate is now only equal to 2%. So technology only grows at 2% per year, which is lower than what we had before, which was 6%. So when we had to calculate the capital per effective worker when the growth rate was 6%, we had that the capital per effective worker was 6.25. Now, when technology only grows at 2%, we have 0.02 in the denominator. Everything else remains unchanged. And of course, as the denominator decreases, we get a higher value. And we get that the capital per effective worker is now 11.11, which is higher than 6.25. Similarly, if we had to calculate the output per effective worker for the new rate at which technology grows at, we will also get different values for output per effective worker. And if we plug in our values, we get that the output per effective worker is now 6.66, which is higher than 5 compared to before. But since technology now only grows at 2%, we will have that output per effective worker will only grow at 2%. Okay, so now output and output per worker is only growing at 2%. Therefore, we will end up with the lower values of output. We will end up at a lower value of output. So what I'm saying is that the output, when the growth rate of technology is equal to 2%, will be lower than if the technology grew at 6%. Okay, so therefore it is not a super good measure of a country's economic situation if one had to do it in per effective worker terms. Of course, if technology grows at a very high level, we would also end up having output levels, and therefore output per worker will correspond to higher values than if the growth rate of technology was only 2%.